Let's take a look at Medicare Supplement Plan G versus Medicare Supplement Plan N. If you look at this chart behind me, you can see G and N next to each other, and they look pretty similar. But let's talk about how they are different. Let me start by reminding you that the supplement's job is just to pay on claims where it's a Medicare approved claim. And both G and N are going to have to cover the exact same claims, but they may pay out a different dollar amount. Because G is a little bit more comprehensive than N, G's premium is going to be more than N. So let's take a look. First thing I want you to notice is that right above me where it says Part B deductible, you can see both G and N have a yellow rectangle. So why is that there? Before Medicare has an obligation to pay 80% of your Part B services, you have, or not you, but there is a deductible defined by Medicare of $226 for 2023. Under both Plan G and N, that deductible is not covered. So the first $226 of doctor bills are going to be paid by you, the Medicare beneficiary. Once you've paid that deductible, that's when Medicare's obligation to cover 80% of your bill kicks in. Being that the obligation is 80%, that's where up above the Part B coinsurance comes into play. You have a 20% gap that's not covered, and both G and N are going to pick up part or all of that 20%. So under Plan G, where you see it says 100%, it picks up the full 20%. So if it's a $1,000 bill and there's $200 remaining, G pays it all. If you notice under N, there's 3 dots next to the 100%. Because what happens is that's where a copayment comes in. So under N, you could pay up to a $20 copay for a Part B service. So think about the math. There's $200 remaining in that example of a $1,000 bill. G pays the $200. N is going to pay $180 because you're going to pay that $20 up to that $20 copay. And if you're in the emergency room, it's a $50 copay. One other benefit to understand right above my head, the Part B excess charge. Most doctors sign on the line with Medicare. They accept assignment. They accept what Medicare pays. There's a small group of doctors, maybe 2 to 4%, that don't. If some of those doctors will accept payment from Medicare, they can charge 15% over the Medicare approved amount. So if it's $1,000, they can charge $150. Under Plan G, they cover that $150 excess charge, and they do not. You don't ever have to go to one of those doctors. You just need to be aware that that is an additional gap. All the other remaining dollar gaps are covered by both G and N.